I was looking for a side table that would also work as a desk, so I picked up this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, I have this new little cheap recliner. Did a full review on that, but I like sitting in it. It's pretty comfortable. It's a good place to be. Watch a little boob tube. But one of the things that I couldn't do is just put a mug or a cup or a drink right next to me on a table. So I wanted a table that would do that. But then I was thinking, well, it would be nice to be able to have my laptop, do a little work, respond to some emails, that kind of thing. So it'd be nice to have like a desk there as well. So I found this little bad boy, which should do both. Let's check it out. All right, so this table is kind of a dual purpose table, and it's shaped like a giant C. So you can put it either next to where you're sitting, or you could kind of wrap it around you, kind of like a TV table. Now, comes in this pretty small box. It looks like we do get some instructions here. It looks like it's supposed to be pretty straightforward. I will show you how to put it together. Lots of styrofoam here to protect it. We do have the top of the table, which is kind of this faux wood. I think it's that pressed board. And then we have a very dark finish. And then it looks like we have a little bag of hardware here, some screws and bolts that are marked. We also have a little cloth here. This is actually a pocket that's going to hang off the side. So I think this is going to be really nice because if you have magazines or newspapers or books or something that you want at the ready, then you can have those there, particularly because this isn't going to have a shelf. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use it like a desk. And then you have all the metal hardware here. And it looks like everything is already in its own shape. I was wondering if you were going to have to build these C's. You know what I'm saying? Like the letter C. But it doesn't look like you're gonna have to do that. But then there are some supports here. And now let's get it put together. So I've got everything unpacked here, and I think you probably could figure this out. First of all, we're going to take the top here with the screw holes facing up, and then we're going to grab one of these legs. And what we are going to do here is you will see that there are some holes on one end and not on the other. And the one with multiple holes will go up here. And so you will line it up with those holes, and then you will use these C screws and this Allen key and start tightening them down. And then you just screw it in. But what I would do is kind of loosely tighten both sides before you do the final tightening. Right, now that you have one side on, and before you put on the other side, you're going to put these little cross members in. Now you have two of these circular ones, and what's going to happen is that they are going to go into the inside holes. And what I mean by that are, if you numbered the holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, they would be number 2 and 3. And then the ones on the very end are going to be the square ones. So you're going to attach one here and then the other square one right here. And then we will put on the other side. Now the little pocket is kind of like a table loincloth. There's actually no sewn pocket in it. It's just a single piece of material, but they have these little sleeves. So you're going to slide them over the bars, one on this end and one on this end. And that will just kind of create a draped pocket on the side. And you're going to want to do that before you put on the other side bar here. And once you have this on, now we can start putting on the second bracket here. And I've left these a little loose while I get these all lined up. And then I will get these tightened down. And then we are getting pretty close. Then, in the case, you get these little plastic caps, and you're going to put these in all of the open bar slots. And then, last, you have these little plastic feet that will screw into the bottom here. And that will allow you to also level this thing for flat floors. Let's give it a try. So here it is, all completed, and it's sitting next to the chair that I actually want to use this with. The wood here is actually a crazy good match for my floor. That was kind of unintended, but I didn't want to get something that was totally different. You can see it's just a laminate. It kind of looks a little bit like Formica, but it's very subtle. And it actually has like that wood grain on the vinyl or the material on top. The other thing that I really liked about this is that it's got a subtle bow to these vertical legs. So many of these end tables / sofa desks have a straight line here, and this just looks a little more organic, so I like that. There is also this little pocket, and again, it's just like a fabric loincloth, but you can put some things in there. TV remote, magazine, newspaper, whatever, an iPad if you really want it, and you can have things here. So it makes it a little bit more functional, and because it's fabric, if you do use it as a desk, it shouldn't get in the way. And then you can see that it's pretty stable down there, and I might just adjust the feet there to make it a little more stable. Now, it advertises itself as 2 feet tall, and most of the armrests on chairs are about that, but you can see how close it is. And as a side table, I think that's going to work great. You can put things like this remote control right there, and your drink, and delicious peanut M&Ms and things like that. But the best part about this is I could slide it over like this, and you have to avoid the foot on your chair, but now I could bring it over like a TV tray table. Now, I would say that doesn't leave you any space back there, so you're probably going to want to use it more up here, just like that. And so it'll be a little bit of a ways away from you, but it's in front of you. So like I said, I can have my laptop or something like that in front of me. I can have an iPad. I can have my drinks or my food just a little bit closer. So I really dig that. Now, if you have a couch, let's say this is a couch, and you want to bring it in front of you, you could do it like this too. And you could actually use it as an armrest between two spaces. So especially because a lot of people have an armrest on one side and then there's just this dead space in the middle, you could kind of push it into the couch like that and use it as a divider as well. So pretty cool. I dig this thing. If you want to pick it up, it was only like 39 bucks and pretty easy to set up. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter from Panda, out.